Feige has said it. No Fantastic Four origin story in the MCU, and thank God. But wait a minute. Does that mean that the Fantastic Four already exist? What's up? I'm Kendall, aka the Sensei here at Normies Nerds. Thanks for stopping by. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel because we're on the grind to our first 1,000 subs. Let's get it. Because Kevin Feige said it himself in the Hollywood Reporter. Quote, a lot of people know this origin story. A lot of people know the basics. How do we take that and bring something that they've never seen before? We've set a very high bar for ourselves for bringing that to the screen. That means that Marvel's first family is getting the Spider-Man treatment. And your boy is a fan of that move. Because with the recent Phase 6 bomb that Feige dropped at Comic-Con, having the Fantastic Four come out just 1 year before Secret Wars, it's important that the Fantastic Four, and more importantly to the story, Reed Richards, are established to be heroes and to have been important to their universe for years, maybe even a decade or so. Because for real, we can't have like a year one Reed Richards out here solving incursions and secret wars and skipping the fluff to plop them right into the MCU. We'll take care of that exact problem. But how would they really be able to pull that off? I got 3 theories on that, and we'll jump right into the first one being they are stuck back in time. Bro, this is my least favorite one, mainly because it's a little bit too convenient. I don't like that as a way to solve the Reed problem that I mentioned earlier. Here's why. Say the Fantastic Four are stuck in time. Even if it's just 5 minutes for them, when they step into the 2020s, there will be a learning gap. While they certainly can, especially Reed, I just can't expect them to come fresh out of the 60s and understand all of the technology that's around them enough to be a key piece in the Secret War story as much as they should be. And on top of that, things like the Baxter Foundation, I feel like probably wouldn't be able to be established in that timeline. Look, I brought it up because it's the one that I keep hearing, but like I said, this route is my least favorite. But one that works a good bit more for me is the good old, we just haven't met them yet theory. Because ever since that Far From Home scene where we saw Spidey fly through that building, people have been clamoring at the thought that we just haven't met Reed Richards and the family, but they're definitely out there. While that could be cool, like the simple thing that gets in the way now is how would you be able to tell this without it being an origin story? Like, bro, if the Fantastic Four were in the MCU and not only had powers but had the influence to buy the Avengers Tower, then there would be a lot of explaining that would have to be done as to why they were not involved with the previous phases of the MCU. I mean, one way to do that is to say they came up during the blip, right? And that could actually work, right? Because from the time of the blip to the time where the Fantastic Four movie would take place, the family would have been together for around 7 to 8 years. And also, if this is the case, then I should really start either seeing or at least start hearing them mentioning the Fantastic Four over their next few Marvel projects. Which, by the way, there is a rumor that The Thing will be making a cameo appearance in She-Hulk. We'll talk about that later. But now back to the script here, having the Fantastic Four already in the MCU and just having not met them, along with having this movie not be an origin film, is definitely a possibility, and it's something that I'd be okay with as a fan. Now, before we get into my favorite theory, hit that subscribe button and let's get back to it. Because this is my favorite possibility, mainly it's because one that I've drummed up myself, but the one that I love to happen is for the Fantastic Four to be set in the multiverse on a different Earth. And now, before you think your boy is high, which I might be, just listen to how this could play out and how it could be connected to the Avengers Kang Dynasty. Listen, we would pick up in a universe where the Fantastic Four are already established as one of the top tier teams in the universe. And Reed is viewed as the smartest man in that universe as well. Now, this will be pulling some inspiration from the Time Runs Out run, the comic that leads into Secret Wars, but we go here. Look, the movie goes to Wakanda where we see T'Challa discovers an incursion. And that's right, you heard me, a multiversal recasted T'Challa to be primed and set up for Secret Wars. Woo! But anyway, let's keep going. Now, knowing that Reed and the Baxter Foundation are studying the multiverse, which, by the way, was established in the Multiverse of Madness, that the Baxter Foundation has so much knowledge on it that they even have numbers for each universe. Anyway, and knowing that fact, T'Challa takes that information to Reed and the Fantastic Four instead of the Illuminati that we see in the Time Runs Out. The Fantastic Four and T'Challa begin to investigate the incursions, and as they follow the incursions throughout random places on Earth, maybe having to fight a couple of heroes or villains from other universes, an incursion happens in one place they never wish it happened in. You guessed it, Latveria. bringing Dr. Doom to the forefront of this movie as the villain. Dr. Doom sees the incursion and he tries to use it to make himself more powerful, but the Fantastic Four and T'Challa beat him in a fight that takes place out of the universe timeline. However, the team failed to stop the incursion in their home universe and it is destroyed, leaving them stranded in the superflow, which is between universes. The movie comes to a near end as they are stranded until Doctor Strange and Clea seize their ship and brings them into the 616. And yo, that's crazy, right? But listen to this post-credit scene. We cut to 616 Doctor Doom waking up, much like Doctor Strange did in Multiverse of Madness, an indication that Doctor Doom had a dream of the whole entire movie and is now aware of the incursions and begins studying them in the 616. Yeesh, now tell me, bro, that multiversal movie idea does not make for the best one. And back to what I mentioned earlier about how this could be connected to the Kang dynasty. Think about this. Being that Kang crafted the sacred timeline so that other Kangs wouldn't exist, we learned that in Loki. What if he keeps Reed Richards from existing in the 616 in order to prevent a particular Kang from being born and screwing up his plans? A very slick way to confirm that Kang, Daniel Richards, is actually a distant relative to Reed Richards. And that right there is piggybacking off of a real cool theory that Josh from the Den of Nerds brought up during our live stream today. Let me know in the comment section below about how you think they'll be bringing in the Fantastic Four without using an origin story. I'm very interested to see how you think about my multiversal theory as well. Let me know it all in the comment section below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you know when we're streaming. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video.